Pizza Tower is a phenomenal game that you should give a try. The art style is amazing, the gameplay is so fast paced, and... wait, haven't we gone over this before? Oh yeah, that's right! The last time we talked about Pizza Tower was about how I disliked the Vigilante boss fight. And while I still think that fight isn't that great, I'm not here to be negative, I'm here to be positive. And negative. That's right, I'm talking about every single Pizza Tower level, and what else? Rank them. The rules are pretty simple, no boss fights. And also, I have P-ranked every stage, so any tournament a P-rank may have given me will also be factored in for this list. Before we really start the list, I should say that every level in Pizza Tower is really good. There's a reason that these kinds of lists are always so different, but I'm going to be honest. Peppybot Factory was its own legion of torture. Peppybot Factory is a fairly vertical stage, but unfortunately, despite being one of the few vertical stages in Pizza Tower, it's not too much of a fun stage. For starters, the transformation here is probably my least favorite of the game. It's just way too floaty for me to actually use well. The escape sequence is also really annoying to get through. The combination of conveyor belts and dash pads that speed you backwards is utter nightmare fuel. Alone, this would be a bottom 5 stage. And then I had to P-rank it. I don't know what it was, but this stage just broke me. The conveyor belts, the bomb gremlins, the Pepino robots, the freaking treasure placement. Everything was put specifically to make me blow a gasket because of my fury. Definitely my least favorite stage to P-rank. I had to get. But again, this is still a Pizza Tower level, and even though it has its problems, I cannot say that I hate this stage. I have to give it an 8 out of 10 because it's just such a fun stage. This stage is widely regarded as one of the better ones in the game. I'm not one of the people to say that. Freezerator has an okay level idea. You go through the stage, and by the end you get a power-up that allows you to escape. It's not a terrible idea, and it even makes Lab 2 interesting, because you have to get rid of the power-up before you make it to the Lab 2 portal. So before you get there, you have to clear out a way for yourself. And that's all well and good and everything, but actually gunning for that P-rank is a total nightmare. For one thing, the snowmen in this stage are awful. They're like the Fork Knights, but faster! The frozen pizzas aren't as bad, but they can still be annoying in their own way. And for some ungodly reason, Santa joins their ranks as a Lakitu-like character. Okay, alright? And what does he drop, you ask? Snowman.
How dare you!
I would have preferred coal. Jeez, Jake, if this stage was harder to complete than Peppybot Factory, why is it higher? Well, it's actually quite simple. The transformation at the end of the stage is probably my favorite one. It's so satisfying to barrel through all those enemies that gave you heck. But it also sucks that you have to give it up for Lap 2. For the time you have it, it is really fun. Was this an easy level to P-rank? Yes, it was. Was it fun to P-rank? Heck no. Golf to me is like the anti-Pizza Tower level. Pizza Tower is all about speed and momentum. Every stage in the game encourages this, except for golf. Because you're not just running through the stage, you're playing golf. Sure, you can just run through it, but unless you want to play this level effectively, you need to grab the ball and aim with it, and it really isn't that fun to play with. Ball transformation isn't really that fun either. And also the noses. Screw the noses. Yes, they are necessary to get the ball to the goal sometimes, but still, screw them. I hate them so much. They always somehow find a way to get in my way. Do you know how infuriating it is to finally grab the ball and you're about to make the shot, only for the frickin' nose to suck the ball back in? As for P-ranking it, it's actually pretty easy. Grabbing the golf ball guy, cheese wad, greasy piece of shit will reset your combo, and holding it will allow you to keep the combo meter from ever going down. It's not the easiest P-rank in the game, but it is certainly up there. But still, just because it's an easy stage to P-rank doesn't change the fact that this is not a fun Pizza Tower stage. Oh shit. Is shit? Okay, that's a lie. I actually like this stage. Oh shit is one of those stages where you either love it or hate it. Realistically, there's never really been in between. Personally, I fall into the category of, not really liking it. It's not that I don't like the design of the stage, more like the theme of the stage. Who wants to explore a poo-filled sewer? I mean, gosh, saying it just sounds wrong. And it's actually kind of fun to rush through, cheese monster form notwithstanding. Unfortunately, with all of its good qualities, I really can't put it any higher than here. This stage is not bad at all. I just need to clarify that now. I think the button mechanic is a natural fit for this stage, and the weenie mount is very funny. But unfortunately, there had to be a stage near the bottom 5, and this was the only stage I could think of to put here. For every good thing this stage does, it does something else that I don't think is as good. For instance, the button mechanic is a good idea, but it can be really annoying to time getting through the wall that it opens. The weenie mount is very funny, but it really does feel limited in what it can be used for in level design. To be honest, I don't really have much else to say. It's a fun level, it's just, I'm sorry, it had to be this way. To be honest, this and Fast Food Saloon are the stages I always forget about. But not because they're bad, it's just, again, it had to be this way. The chicken wing power-up is pretty cool, giving Peppino the ability to detonate TNT boxes, perform a mid-air dash, and spike himself downwards, and he can also insta-kill enemies with it. I also like the idea of going into Marcus to get the toppins, especially doing mini challenges to win the toppins every time. It's cool and they execute the idea very well. I will say though, the cows can be very annoying, and the thunderclouds are terrible to deal with. But even despite all that, I still think that this stage is very fun. Again, it just had to be this way. Pizzascape is where most people say the game truly begins, and as a quote-unquote first level, I would say it does its job very well of introducing the idea of level gimmicks and transformations. First of all, although every song this game has is a bop, Pizzascape is just in a different league of its own. The night transformation is also pretty good too. As well as that, this stage was fairly simple to P-rank, so why is it so low then? I like this stage, I really do, but I think there are stages that I like more than Pizzascape. Yeah, get used to me saying that a lot because I genuinely think that every stage in this game is amazing in its own right. In terms of theming and design, this might be one of the more boring ones. Even more than John Gutter. Yet, this was actually kind of a fun stage. The theme, while not as interesting as, say, exploring a factory that makes copies of Peppino, or going into a stage where you're exploring a castle dungeon-like area, but what this stage lacks in pizzazz, it makes up for in being a well-thought-out level. I like how you start the stage going down one area to grab a key so you can explore the second area. That's a neat way to spice up how you start a level, and it gets more interesting from there. Bombs make their first appearance in this stage. While holding a bomb, Peppino can't run but can only walk. You can use these bombs to blow up rats in the way, but take too long and...
Kaboom! Yes, Rico! Kaboom!
It's an interesting mechanic to go against. If I had to say something about the bat, again, I think the theming is kinda just boring. But again, this is such a fun stage. It's just lackluster when compared to others. Fun Farm is an interesting stage. It's a boring concept, but it makes up for it with the dumbest but greatest crossover in all of gaming. Smash Brothers ain't got nothing on Pizza Tower and Morph the Chicken, the greatest game ever made. No, for being a joke addition, Morph is a pretty great transformation, allowing Peppino to double jump into his slash attack forwards. Of course, being in a farm, this stage is very limited in variety. Not to mention, it might have one of my least favorite soundtracks in the game. Not that it's bad, it's just more forgettable than the other ones. The Pizza Time segment is also pretty interesting too, where instead of going a normal route like always, you can actually take a divot to the side for extra points. It's a more forgettable stage than all others, but still, it's very fun. Pizza Scare is always seen as the worst stage on most of these lists, but me personally, I never really thought that harsh of this stage. Yes, it's a grueling and tough level, but I always thought it was more of a fun grueling than, oh my god, please stop this is torturous kind of grueling. Most people say it's the worst because it's just a ripoff of Pizzascape, and for a while I thought the same thing, but after a little bit, I realized something. This isn't just Pizzascape. I mean, look at it. The dead Fork Knights, the Pizzards, the Pepperoni Goblins becoming bats. What I presume is the ghost of King Arthur following you to beat you up with stage hazards because you destroyed the original Pizzascape. It's Pizzascape, but after we finished Pizzascape. We go back to the original Pizzascape but in ruins because of what we did to it. That is a really great idea for a Final War level. Also, said ghost is a fun twist on the formula. If you're slow, the ghost will catch up to you, but if you're quick enough, you can outrun most of the ghost's trap. What's more interesting is that you actually need him to continue the stage. It's a fun stage that tests how well you can keep your momentum during a level. As for the P-Rank, it actually wasn't that bad either. As long as you keep your speed up and use your super time to take down any straggling knife ghosts, you should be fine. John Gutter is the best introduction stage I think I've ever played. There's no gimmicks, no transformations, just you and your momentum. The look of this stage may be dull, but it is so tightly designed and feels so good to speed through. It's the perfect playground to test Peppino's capabilities. It's just a really great way to start playing Pizza Tower, and as well to get your first P-Rank. Genuinely, I don't think I can say anything bad about this stage. Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to that also, because I like this game too much to say anything negative about it. In my opinion, Floor 1's best stage is actually Bloodsauce Dungeon. First of all, I like the idea of going deep into the dungeon, then when you finally make it into pizza time, you claw your way back out. It's a really fun idea for a stage. Also for the blackout sections, while they are drawing at first, it's a fun gimmick to speed through, and the segment where you constantly slide and wall run is very fun too. It's like it's a test to see if you have the game's momentum and speed hunkered down. The stage also introduces lava to the game. It's a fun obstacle to avoid and use to your advantage. The stage is a cacophony of good ideas, and it stands tall as my favorite Floor 1 stage. And the award for best song in the game goes to... oh, what a surprise. Crest Cove. Crest Cove has got a lot of charm in its design, being a rip-roaring high-seas adventure with a bunch of bomb goblins and even one shooting cannonballs in the foreground. You can even find X-spots on the ground that if you ground pound will summon a treasure mimic, and when you hit that treasure mimic you get a ton of toppings. There's even a barrel transformation that makes you get stuck in the barrel, making the only real option of moving just rolling around like a doofus. In other words, damn, what a great start to the third floor. Alright, let's talk about Pig City. No, not that Pig City. Stupid. The fourth floor may unfortunately have my least favorite levels in the game, but hey, at least they hit a home run with this stage just because of one simple pair of little goofballs. I will sing it to the highest I can. Any level that features the lovable rat and man combo gets high marks from me, but we'll discuss that pretty soon. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Peppino has a really fun opening part for the stage, then you switch to Gustavo halfway in. What's special about this level is that both halves play completely different to each other. Yeah, no crap Jake, you play with two different characters. Yeah, there's the obvious bit. But it's more than that. Where Peppino will just skate on rails and fly when he grabs a rat balloon, Gustavo will hang on to the rail and Brick will eat the rat balloon thing, making them fall slowly, but when Brick exhales, they get a major boost upwards. That opens up a lot of fun stage design, hence why it's so high on my list. Okay, so admittedly, I am kinda cheating with this one, but screw it. You can P-rank it, it has its own level door. So screw it, I'll count it as my own level on this list. Okay, if I included this stage, then why on earth am I moving it so high on this list? Put blankly, I love the idea of speedrunning through multiple levels at once. If there was a level where you sped ran through every pizza time segment, then I think that'd probably make it into my top 3, not even joking. Anyways, everything about this level is really fun to me. The music, the UI, the timer, making you realize you have to go. It's a really fun stage to play, so even if there are people who say that this stage shouldn't count, I'll say I adore it anyways. I I know it will sound strange, but I actually kind of enjoy stealth levels. So this was a nice surprise of a stage, even if watching Fiznob's stream kinda ruined the surprise for me. Of course, being Pizza Tower, this isn't much of a don't get caught stage and more of a get the hell out before you can alert anyone stage. And well, I'll stop beating around the bush here. It's a FNAF stage. Spooky animatronics ready to catch you if you aren't quick enough to escape the room, and then they turn you into an animatronic. Yeah, it's a FNAF stage. No crap. The mushroom bot is the simplest one to avoid. You can only run straight forwards and can't even crawl. Then there's the cheese glob robot that can jump on the ceiling to catch you. There's the tomato puppet, which may move slower than all the other robots, but it can actually fly and go through walls. And then there's the sausage robot who can't jump or fly, but it can break through socket blocks. And then there's the pineapple robot who you see during the pizza time segment. He can summon pineapple chompers and alert all the robots to attack you. But the robots aren't the best part of the stage. It's this. The robots that made you suffer through the level get to eat lead as you mow them down with a shotgun. You know what? The shotgun is a pretty fun transformation. Imagine if they use this for a whole level. Well, whatever the case is, this is a goofily spooky stage that I'd say has earned its spot on the top of this list. What a send-off to a great game. The Crumbling Tower Pizza is a stage similar to War in that you're put on a timer and you have to finish the stage in 5 minutes. And they make the escape sequence amazing by putting in as many enemies and transformations as they could possibly fit in. And the best part, you get to actually save the characters you met in the tower. The music is so godly. And the feeling you get when you manage to make it to the end and the only enemy the tower can throw at you are just a bunch of Pizza Boy cardboard cutouts is so amazing. There really isn't much else to talk about. It's just a solid level with a climactic end.
Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, drive fancy cars. Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, might not see tomorrow. Everybody wanna be a superstar.
Gnome Forest. I bet you're surprised with the placement of this stage. Well, what can I say? I love the stage a lot. I like how you play as Gustavo and Brick more in this stage. I like the pizza delivery mechanic. I like the Lario. Gustavo and Brick are so fun to play and control with. While they're not as fast as Peppino, they can actually do more combat stuff. It feels so good to dash, dive bomb, spin attack, kick, and wall jump in this stage. If John Gutter was Peppino's playground, then Gnome Forest is Gustavo and Brick's playground, and I love it. I wish they were used more in this game, but with how good these two stages are, I think I can let this slide. Huh? Oh wow! Look everybody, it's Rovio's Games! Oh, my childhood is dying right in front of my very eyes and I'm powerless to stop it. Waste Yard is a stage I didn't expect to be so high, but I cannot stress enough how much I love this stage. At first, you think the gimmick is just gonna be surfing with well, dead corpses. Jesus, actually a lot more dark than I thought it was. And while it seems like a boring gimmick, it's still gonna be a fun stage because, you know, it's Pizza Tower. Of course it's gonna be fun, right? But then it hits you with another gimmick with the ghost transformation, which I think might be my favorite transformation to use. You can speed yourself up with ghost peppers, and you can fit through cheese graters. But just when you think that's all it's gonna do, bam! It hits you with a new third gimmick, the ghost of Pillar John following you. And if he catches you, he'll teleport you back to the beginning of the room you started in. This stage is an amazing example of subverting expectations, taking a monotone and fairly depressing setting and turning it into a strong, awesome level. Deep Dish 9 is a level I think has the most things going for it. It has probably the best song in the game, the best concept for a level, and it has really fun gimmicks and a transformation. First, the missile transformation. Grabbing onto a missile, it allows you to shoot yourself forwards, letting you kill rats and soar high in the skies. Something else I like about this stage is the level gimmick itself, having you fly from planet to planet to reach Pillar John. Another thing I liked about this stage is its background details. Like if you can look closely enough, there's a moon that was spawned by freaking Pizza Face, and in the third planet there's a rat in this place breathing cheesing him. I love that so much. Fun details like that make this stage feel so much more alive. And the music, oh my gosh, the music. This stage is a really fun experience. The only problem is that it had to contend with quite possibly the greatest stage in all of platforming. War never changes. It's also my favorite Pizza Tower level. The level starts simply. No music, no enemies, not even a lap 2 portal silhouette. The only thing you have is the entrance door and a free shoddy in sight. Curious, you pick it up and... Wait, is that a timer? Oh, it most certainly is. It's quite simple, really. You have a shotgun, there's a timer ticking down. What are you waiting for? Move it! War, I feel like, transcended this game into becoming one of the best levels of all time into all of platforming. It would be a disservice to the stage to not put it anywhere higher than number 1. This stage is so brilliantly designed, so thematically alive, so freaking awesome! Everything clicks with this stage. The song that plays is even more intense than Pizza Time or even Death I Deserve Yoli. There's barely any pizza theming, and the further you go in, the more stranger it gets. Pizza Face seems to be trying to make clones of Peppino which will attack you. The secrets aren't even hidden. They're in plain sight, so it's up to you whether you want to go for them or not, because the timer doesn't stop ticking, even in secret stages. 4 is the best Pizza Tower stage ever. Without a doubt, definitely my favorite stage in this game, maybe even of all time. But you know what's funny? Every level in Pizza Tower was good. Sure, some have me wanting to throw my controller out more than usual, but I would never say that any of them were bad. And honestly, that's the magical thing about this game. It's a once-in-a-blue-moon occurrence where everything just clicks. And I have a feeling that Pizza Tower will stay as one of my top 5 favorite games for a long time. Huh. That's actually a lot more of an upbeat ending to this list than my last time. I guess it goes to show that whenever I see passion being put in something, I care a lot more. I wish Rovio would care too.